precious things. Man, they roll in and out like waves. I got boards to bend, I got planks to nail, I got charts to make, and I got seas to sail. I'm gonna build me a boat with these two hands, fair curve from a noble plan. Let the chips fall where they will. Hey, I got boats to build. Sails are just like wings. It's the wind that makes them sing songs of life and songs of hope, and songs that keep your dreams afloat. I'm gonna build me a boat with these two hands, a fair curve from a noble plan. Chips fall where they will. You see, I've got boats to build. This is one of the first songs I wrote with Guy Clark, and we finished writing it. And I remember that day we kind of sat back and we were going to maybe go celebrate or something, and we started playing it over and over and over, and after about the 5th or 6th time, old Guy said, "Man, I'm gonna record this." And I was so thrilled. And a couple of weeks later, we were in the studio and he was recording Boats to Build, and I was playing the guitar on it. And when we finished recording it, we played it back and we listened to it about 4 or 5 times, and Guy said, "Shit, man, that's going to be the title of the album." Once again, this was back before cell phones. And I was wishing they would hurry up and invent one, because I wanted to, if I'd had one, I would have called my mama that day right there from the studio, and I would have said, "Mama, I just wrote a song with Guy Clark, and now he's recording it, and not only that, he's making it the title of his album." And I would have said, "Mama, it can't get no better than this." That's what I'd have said, and I'd have been wrong. Because a few months passed, and well, it was longer than a few months, but time passed. And the phone rang one day, and I picked it up, and they said, "Verlon, this is Jimmy Buffett's people." I said, "Hey, Jimmy Buffett's people, what's going on?" They said, "Well, Mr. Buffett wanted us to call. He wants to record yours and Guy Clark's song, Boats to Build, and wants to know if it'd be all right." And Guy and I looked at each other and said, "Hurry." And they did. And he did it was not only Buffett, but he sang it with Alan Jackson. They did a duet of it. And when it came out, it immediately sold a couple of million copies, like in the first few weeks. And once again, I was wishing I could call my mama, and I would have told her once again, I would have said, "Mom, now Jimmy Buffett's recorded this song and he sings it with Alan Jackson. It just sold 2 million copies. Mama, it can't get no better than this." And I would have been wrong. I got hired to go to Scotland, of all places, to go to Scotland to lead a songwriting workshop. Me and 15 other people went over there and we lived in a castle for 10 days. A beautiful, beautiful castle. Got waited on hand and foot. Had a great workshop. That final Sunday, I said, "You guys, let's find us a church. Let's go celebrate. Let's go to a church service. So we found this little country church out in the middle of the Scotland rolling hills, and we went to this church. It was actually it was a lot like this, only stone, all like old stone, but it was this size, and it had sort of an L shape to it. And I walked in and I sat down over here, kind of getting ready for the sermon, and everybody got quiet, and the little side door opened over there, and the sun shined through that door, and the little silhouette walked through the door, about this tall, gray hair, had her little hat on, her little matching purse. It was the Queen of England. Walked into this little church on Sunday morning, unannounced, with her, I think one of her sons and his 2 children. And they walked in and they sat right there, right across from me. I could look right in the Queen's eyes. And I was thinking, man, it can't get no better than this. But listen to what happened next. The preacher gets up and he starts preaching. And you know what he started preaching about? He started preaching about the importance of songs. Songs and songwriters. He stood up there in front of us all and he said, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know we have some songwriters visiting us today. And he said, I want you to know how important these people are, because these people do the hard work for us. They reach down deep to find the words that you and I can't find. We can't find the perfect words and the melodies to go with it. He said these songwriters, they sit in dark rooms and they struggle. And they make up these beautiful melodies. They do the hard work for us. And I thought, oh, it cannot possibly get any better than this. And then he said, some of you local folks may have noticed me walking around the town here. He said, I always have a little miniature skate, what do you call it? On the water. You know, you stand on the ground. Surfboard. Oh man, this was going so well. He said, you might know, I always carry a little miniature surfboard on my belt loop. And he said, people ask me why, and I'm in the middle of Scotland. He said, that's my reminder to be aware and to catch the wave of inspiration. When it comes along and somebody might need my help or something, he said, this is my reminder to just don't think too much about it, to jump on that wave and catch that wave of inspiration and go do what's necessary. And he said, but I got some news for you folks tonight. He said, I've decided after going to the benefit concert last night over at the other big church in town where Mr. Verlon Thompson performed, he said, I have decided I'm going to throw away my little surfboard and I'm going to build me a boat. He said, I need a boat. Too many people need my help, and I'm going to catch the wave in a big boat, and I'm going to help a lot of people. Well, he finished up the sermon. Well, first we sang God Save. We all stand and sang God Save the Queen. We did. And then she walked out the door, and she was gone. Gone, disappeared. I was going to call my mom and tell her what happened, and you know what I was going to tell her. But for some reason, I didn't get around to it. And, I did. I sent her an email instead, but And I shouldn't have, because I said, Mom, I told her what happened. I said, it cannot get no better than this. I was wrong again. You won't believe this. I came home and I went out to the end of my gravel driveway to my old mailbox, and I opened it up, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking there's a big royalty check in there. Yeah. You're wrong. That's not what it was. I opened it up, and there was a brown envelope in there. It was addressed to me, and the return address on this envelope said Key West. That's all it said. Kind of mysterious. I tore into this envelope, and it turned out to be a snapshot that someone had taken, and they had blown it up a little bit, sent it to me. It was a picture of an old wooden, weather-beaten, faded, sun-bleached wall that looked like it might have been on a pier or a dock or something, and been there for years. But an artist had got on a ladder and climbed up on this wall, and he took some blue paint and a big wide paintbrush, and he started painting on this wall all the way across the lyrics to this song. And he covered the whole wall. And when he got to the bottom left-hand corner of this wall, there sat an old, beat-up, rusted Coke machine. And the artist just painted the lyrics right across the Coke machine and kept right on going. And I stood there looking at that, and something about the Coke machine, I thought, look at that. You can tell it's been sitting there a while, and no one has moved the Coke machine because they don't want to mess up the lyrics to this song. And I stared at that photograph of our words painted on the wall by someone we don't even know, and we don't know where it's at. And I started to cry there at the end of my driveway. I started to cry because that's when it really, truly struck me how powerful these little songs are that we write, y'all. We never know where these songs are going to go once we launch them out into the world, who they're going to reach and who they might touch and what they might compel that person to do, and you just can't tell what might happen. I pulled myself together and I walked back up the driveway to the house, and I grabbed the phone and I called my mama and I said, Mama, you won't believe this. And I told her about that picture. And I said, Mama, it don't get no better than this. And this time I was right. Now shore, distant shores, you see there, that's what I'm headed for. I'll let the stars guide my way and sail into the light of day. I'm gonna build me a boat that leads to land, a fair curve from golden plain. Let the chips fall where they will, 'cause I'm gonna build me a boat with these two hands, fair curve from golden plains, and let the chips fall where they will, 'cause I